I'm Jacqueline here from Airport Improvement, and we're with Kelly and Casey.
My name is Kelly Jost. I am a civil engineer. I work for C&S Companies. I've done design work, construction inspection, project management, and now I lead our Great Lakes group. So that includes 3 offices, one in Detroit, one in Cleveland, and one in the Cincinnati area, Hebron, Kentucky.
Thanks. Speaking of the Great Lakes region, I'm Casey Ries, Director of Engineering and Planning at the Gerald R. Ford International Airport. Happy to host this wonderful gathering and conference today.
So I know y'all have a little bit of a shared background in how you got interested in this industry.
We do. We both went to Michigan Tech University, both civil engineers, and we had a great professor there, Dr. Bill Spruill, and he taught airport design. So I thought maybe I wanted to be a pilot when I was younger. Ended up not taking that path, but decided to become an engineer instead, and then realized once I got to Michigan Tech that they had an airport design class, and Bill Spruill was just an amazing professor, definitely a mentor. I would consider him a mentor, very passionate about aviation and airports, and that just got me started, and I probably wouldn't be here today if it wasn't for him.
Yeah, when we were kids, I had a chance to go up in a small plane and see pictured rocks, and it struck me sitting in the front seat of the Cessna, we could look down through the Lake Superior and see sunken ship. So it's just a very new perspective. And then you combine that with this engineering idea. What do civil engineers do? Well, everything. They're everywhere in our industry. But then tie that with what a lot of people don't know is within aviation, within airports, there's a career path for just about everything. So like Kelly with airport design class, I got my pilot's license at Michigan Tech, and the two merged with Dr. Spruill that, oh my goodness, I can make a career of airport things, and really allowed us to embrace some passion and connect our world.
For sure. And a lot of people don't even know that it's out there, that that's an option. And I didn't know you got your pilot's license there. I got my pilot's license as well. So
That's amazing.
yeah.
Okay, and so your paths continue to cross. So tell us how C&S came to work with the airport some.
Yeah, like most airports and most bits of infrastructure, we know that airport staff alone can't design and construct everything that our community needs. The assets need support, and the assets need specialized expertise. So to fulfill our capital development program, we have 2 contract methods. One is on-call partners, on-call airfield design, on-call landside design, on-call architecture, etc. And then when we have a large capital project, we'll specifically procure services, design services, construction administration services for those larger contracts. And Kelly, you guys have been successful at both.
We have. Yep. We've gotten projects both ways. So the apron reconstruction is one example of an individual project, and then it became an expansion because of Concourse A. We worked on Concourse A as a structural engineer and for the civil utilities. And then under the on-call, we've worked on some usually smaller projects, things like the South Perimeter Road, Taxiway Victor, and several other projects that we've worked on together. And they've been really good partners.
That's amazing. Just paths keep crossing and y'all keep working on stuff together, and all because you got, encouraged and inspired by a great mentor.
And then success breeds success, right? So our staff is humble enough to know we need support and partners. And really, when I say that, it isn't someone to come in and solve problems for us. It's someone to come in, help us understand the problem, help us analyze the problem, and help solve the problem. And good consultants, good partners are end-to-end with our team, almost like embedded staff. And you guys see value in that as well?
Absolutely. And the airport is a great partner. We can't do it with, there's 3 parts really. There's the airport, there's the consultants, and then there's the funding agencies. We have to work with the state, with the federal government on making sure that we can fund these projects. So having all the right people in the room and having great partners and, airports that can get us the information that we need, which is really helpful, it makes it all work.
Yeah, and makes the projects run a little more seamlessly, start to finish.
For sure.
Yeah, the other thing Kelly's very humble about is the variety of support that we can get and ask for. So our capital development needs ebb and flow, not only in amount of support we need, but type of support. You mentioned the structural engineers on Concourse A to heavy civil projects, right? We need civil and electrical engineers out on the airfield. Well, we're not going to ramp up and down our staff to meet those needs, but within the consultant teams, they find those resources and dedicate them to the project to solve whatever that particular need happens to be. I think of construction phase services and some very talented embedded staff for a few years to deliver, and they find other opportunities. But the airport now isn't in the business of hire and fire, rather turn to our partners.
Yeah, it makes me think of the building commissioning as well. That was another service that came up that we were able to help with.
So tell us, y'all are getting to host everyone here for this conference. So how's that affected GRR?
Oh my gosh, our team is absolutely incredible. I suspect at least half of our staff will be here during this time, but all of our staff have contributed. We're a staff of 120. Our marketing team has led efforts to make the space welcoming and available and coordinate with ACI, the facilities and airfield maintenance teams preparing facilities. The thing a lot of people don't realize is in Grand Rapids, we're an O&D market. You either start or end your journey here. Well, what that means is the people that work here live here, and the people that use our airport are our families and our friends and the folks we go to church with. So there's a lot of pride in our town, in our facilities, and I think you're able to see that. I'm curious what has stood out to you while you've been here.
I have one thing. I have a colleague that is from the East Coast, and she said she noticed the Midwestern friendly.
All right.
Very welcoming. Yes. So that was noticed, just so you know.
Yeah, it was a nice experience so far. I think the airport was beautiful. We had very pleasant experience, and then we're here from Texas. We walked outside and felt the breeze of cool air, and we were like, well, we're here, and we have felt welcomed. So yeah. Anything else that y'all would like to touch on or highlight about your crossovers of working together, or anything in the industry that I didn't touch on?
Yeah, I think we talk a lot about opportunities in our industry, but it's folks like us, it's folks like Kelly that have a team of people that she's willing to share the opportunity with to help people find our industry and help them realize they can find a career in aviation, because it's not something you're going to see on the headline news. It's not something you're talking about in high school that, well, I'm going to grow up and work at the airport. What does that mean? So I'm curious how you attract folks from other industries. We recently had good success in bringing a community planner into aviation and have helped him learn aviation, because we can teach you aviation. We just need to open the door, right?
Yeah. We love to do outreach. So important. And one of the sessions they were talking about how it's really 10 and under when kids make some decisions about what they like to do in life. So reaching those kids really early, doing events. We've been to West Michigan Aviation Academy and talked to the kids. We've gotten them out here for a site visit to see the construction.
I know they love that.
Yeah, it's great. And so just that outreach and that mentoring is so important, and doing more and more of that, giving back as we get on in our careers, and hopefully building the next generation.
That sounded old, Kelly. What are you doing? September 21st, we have Girls in Aviation Day coming to AvFlight at GRR. Really excited about that. Engagement with Kentwood Public Schools, really trying to help the community come into the airport and foster some careers. Also embrace the community with art in the airport, with different means of transportation to the airport, trying to keep our entire community connected to the airport.
And that Girls in Aviation Day is worldwide. So I'm in the Detroit area. So there's also an event at Detroit City Airport, Grand Rapids. They're all over that day.
I'll be excited to see what both of you do. Yeah. So that's really awesome that y'all are taking your, zest for your occupation and putting it back out there to let other people know. Because like you both said, there's so many different facets within the industry where other industries can cross over and you could still be involved. So
definitely.
Yeah. So love that y'all are giving back, and thanks for being here today.
Thank you.